police have confirmed this is an officer-involved shooting. Details, though, are still limited at this time. In the last 15 to 20 minutes, fire trucks were still arriving on scene. Very scary moments after 3 people had to be rescued after a kayaking accident. And I'm told the woman who lives here shot one of the intruders and another one got away. This is a copy of the police report obtained by WDRB News. Although there are few details, it's the most information on the triple shooting that we've received since it occurred. Officials say Erica Fouch, who has now been booked into jail, was on meth, marijuana, and other drugs when she crashed into a train and ultimately killed her children. In tonight's business news, Kentucky's Attorney General says scammers are targeting families who are trying to get access to affordable health insurance. A man is dead after he was found shot multiple times outside a Louisville gas station. A Kentucky officer shoots at a suspect after a chase. Indiana State Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting following a 17-hour standoff. Even though it's technically still cold outside, it's feeling nice and warm out there. We're not used to this.
Compared to where we were?
There is no biz like snow biz when school is out. And we're crossing our fingers for the eclipse.
For the eclipse.
Clear skies. If we want to see it.
Yes.
You gonna go get that bath mat?
I
Go
think
check
so.
it out?
I think so. I need a new one.
There you go.
Ours is blue.
David, council members here at City Hall say they want the FBI to investigate the police department to find out what happened and who knew about it.
These are serious, serious allegations.
More than half of Louisville's Metro Council members are calling for an independent investigation into the Louisville Metro Police Department. It all stems from allegations of sex abuse in the department's Explorer program, which trains young people interested in becoming police officers.
They are alarming to us, and they cause us great concern.
Councilman and former police officer David James says officers have told him there is a cover-up. Earlier this month, a lawsuit claims Officer Kenneth Betts and Brandon Wood raped a teenage boy for several years while in the program. Betts also faces other accusations that are revealed in a memo from 2013. Chief Steve Conrad states Betts was investigated for making improper contact with a female in the program. The investigation was closed in April of 2014 when Betts resigned.
That the investigation stopped, that there could have been more victims that we did not look into, the police department didn't look into, that something needs to be looked at.
That's why James has asked the FBI to investigate and is also asking Mayor Greg Fisher to also request its assistance.
The FBI has the authority to make arrests, investigate, use search warrants and subpoenas, and the power to use the allegation of perjury against a person that may not tell them the truth.
Mayor Fisher released this statement saying at the request of LMPD, the Attorney General's office has provided assistance in this matter. We appreciate council members for offering ideas on how to ensure all the facts emerge. Whether it's a cover-up, neglect, or bad management, council members say that is the purpose of the investigation, and it should not be handled by the police department itself.
We are not comfortable with the people who made the decisions 3-4 years ago doing the investigation of themselves now.
Now, Chief Conrad was expected to speak at an event tonight in Louisville where we had hoped to ask him about these allegations, but organizers say he canceled at the last minute. People who were at the camp at the time, they only had a 15-minute warning, and those who weren't lost everything. Searching for compassion in what's coined a compassionate city.
They didn't even tell them. They gave us, you got an hour to leave, and most people weren't even here.
They had about 15 minutes to gather whatever they wanted to gather.
Last month, a homeless camp on 12th Street near the river was cleared out. And for those who weren't there at the time,
they had come home from trying to either work or get food, and all of their stuff had been bulldozed.
Wendy Manganero with Fed with Faith, as well as other outreach groups, helped replace tents and sleeping bags, but some items are irreplaceable.
They run over all their tents with all their clothes in it, their pictures of their family and everything.
Displaced with nothing, about 18 people were forced to find a new place to live, literally anywhere they could.
This man popped out of the dumpster because it's the only safe place where nobody's going to look for them. And it's out of the weather.
Fed with Faith serves about 250 homeless people a week. They've seen the city periodically clear out camps in the past, and even though what's being done is legal, advocates say something needs to change.
They're truly people, and I think it's very easy to dehumanize the homeless.
Especially when it comes to policy.
I think anytime the homeless get moved out, we should have a social worker there. I think there needs to be a 30-day notice written.
Because when it happened just a couple weeks ago, many could only feel like outcasts.
How awful it was, like they didn't even care.
In what's considered a compassionate city. And if you would like to help with homeless outreach, just head to WDRB.com and click on this story. It was all for his 81st birthday, and his reaction is priceless. It's a brand new car with a whole lot of character.
Well, I left Kentucky back in 49.
The 1957 Chevy Bel Air was transformed from this back to a stunning classic, all for this reaction.
Hold him. Oh,
The big reveal was a surprise for Fred Lamar's 81st birthday.
Oh, man. I can't believe it. That's beautiful.
I've been working on it for years.
His grandson Cam Dedman spent hours on end giving new life to an old set of wheels.
I've been building it with your ideas, Pop.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yep, I did everything new. My grandpa's like my best friend, so he does everything with me. I'd go to the races. We go drag racing, watching racing all the time. That and he got me into cars when I was young.
Lamar got the car when he was 28 years old. It was a family car filled with countless memories, but hadn't been on the road since 1976.
I never think I'd see that car. Oh, Lordy, I love it.
So instead of letting it continue to sit in a garage, Dedman wanted to surprise the man who was always doing something for everyone else.
I always said, you know, I'm going to pay him back one day, and today's that day.
Yes, he did.
I spent every day I could working on it.
Means the world to me, and I'd go to sleep in it.
Yeah.
Family even flew in from out of town for the special moment. And when it comes to comparing past birthdays, this one is at the top.
The best. The best.
I saw his real reaction. I couldn't help but tear up a little bit myself.
Because piece by piece, with a whole lot of love, what's old is new again. And with this new car, the plan is to go to a handful of car shows this year. There are people from all over the world here to say goodbye, and you know, not even the people here at the center, but also the traffic going by on I-64 East and even, you know, on 64 West. They're honking their horns, waving, saying goodbye to the champ because he was the most famous person in the world and everybody knew who he was. And here with me right now we have Odell from Rochester, New York. And why did you want to be here today? So everyone is just anxiously awaiting right now. And you know, I know at other locations it's more of a celebration, but here I think this is a more somber, respectful feeling here at the Ali Center. I've talked to a couple of people who say they are feeling a bit emotional today. And as you can see right now, we're taking a live picture as a couple LMPD cruisers are making their way down I-64. Their sirens and lights are on, so I'm thinking the procession is nearby. But you know, the mood here, everyone is just wanting to say goodbye to the champ, the man that they call the most famous person in the world, the greatest, so many different words to describe him. And you know, he meant so much to so many people. We've been here at the Ali Center almost all week since we first learned of the champ's passing late Friday and early Saturday, and flowers, teddy bears, signs, boxing gloves, you know, anything to pay respect to him. And it has grown exponentially in the past week. People are coming, taking a moment of silence, kneeling on the ground, saying a quick prayer. He was a boxing legend, you know, not only in the ring, but he also was a great humanitarian. And I think that's why a lot of people are so touched and, you know, inspired by his life. We're seeing a first black police cruiser pull up right now. The lights are on, so a few more cars are coming right now. They're slowly making their way. We see a few black SUVs, black cars, and then now we see the hearse carrying the casket of Muhammad Ali right now, and it's